Hi dear all, welcome to this session. And in the previous session and in the previous video we have seen the applet introduction and what is the difference between applet and application, and we have seen some of the examples related to running of the applet. And in this video I would like to give the procedure of how to send the parameters to the applets, and as well as the difference between swings and as well as the applets. Okay, so let us now have a look on this applet parameters. So friends, as mentioned earlier, we need to have the import of this applet package along with the applet class, and we are importing java.awt.star also. And after getting these particular things, just we are making use of uh, the HTML tag. So if you observe this particular thing, applet code equal to applet parameters dot class. After getting this applet parameters as the public class, and just we have mentioned the width and height of the applet. So here you can give this param. Okay, so this parameter, I want to give some parameters to these applets. Just I am giving the parameters name as message, and within that message I want to print welcome parameter applet example. So this I want to represent in the applet. So through this particular parameter tag, you can supply the parameters to the corresponding applet, and within the program as usual. So the string default hello java applet, without having any parameter you can directly print this particular string. And I want to represent this particular paint method as usual. This is the method which we can mostly used in the applets running. And string parameter, whatever is the parameter I'm mentioning, what is the parameter friends here, message. And this particular message I want to print in the corresponding applet. And if parameter equal to null, whatever the default string we are having, you can make use of this particular hello java applet. And draw string parameter, suppose if I am giving some message, that would be copied into the string parameter, or else I am mentioning, I am assigning this default parameter whatever I am having to the parameter. So and as usual, draw string, just I am making use of this particular string parameter in the draw string. Okay, this is one method of implementing. And while running, there is a simple methodology friends. Just you run configuration, and it will be asking us related to the parameters. Okay, now you can add your own parameter friend, like what we are telling here, message. Okay, and parameter, this is new applet with parameters, like that I had given. And you give okay, and you specify apply and run the code. Okay, so just I want to run this particular thing. Okay, now you can observe applet parameter example. Okay, with the because this particular parameter whatever we have mentioning, so just if you refer this restart. Okay, so what we had given actually, first thing actually, so let us move back to this particular thing. Let me show you once again with clarity. So parameters, whatever parameter I had given first one, and I need to check this one. Okay, so let me remove this, and I want to run this particular thing, or else you can edit this friends. Applet parameter example, applet running with parameter example. So you can give the message here, and okay, just to apply, run. Okay, applet running with the parameter example. Okay, so rather than mentioning in the program itself, it is always better to go to the appropriate run configurations, and here you can mention the appropriate parameter information related to the messages. Okay, this is one option where you can go with the where you can work with the applets and as well as the parameters. How do you send the parameters with respect to the applets? Okay, and let me introduce the very important concept and very interesting concepts related to the java, that is what you call the swings. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, swings. how can you refer this particular string? So swings are most commonly used constructs in Java, friends, while working with the graphical user interface. There are certain limitations of AWT, and we are making use of these particular swings so as to recover from that particular limitations of the AWT. In the earlier recordings and in the earlier sessions, we had a discussion of the AWT also. Okay. So Swing framework gives us an ability to create window-based applications, and it's easy to use graphical user interface. Okay, window based applications, if you want to create like with the GUI based kind of things. And Swing framework is part of Java foundation classes. Swing extends the capabilities of abstract windowing toolkit, but with a small differentiation. Okay, right. So as usual, friends, already we have seen what exactly the container and component. Again, we are seeing this particular container in case of the Swing, and components. Okay, container is a top level window in a Swing based window application. The four top level containers are JFrame, JWindow, JApplet, and JDialog. Either of these particular four can be used so as to work with the Swings container. Okay, as a general rule, this particular container must be there, and all the components we need to place in the corresponding containers. Okay, which acts as a canvas kind of thing. And a Swing container is used to hold a set of components to display them as a part of window based applications. Okay, right, like all the interactions and while working with these particular things, and in a while I'm going to give you the demonstration related to which are all the controls available in the Swings. All the window based application created using Swing have at least one container, because if I am using checkboxes, if I am using the radio buttons, and I need to attach these particular things to the appropriate container, so at least one container must be there in the Swings, and that container might be either JFrame, JWindow, JApplet, and maybe JDialog. And what do you mean by component? Component is used to hold another several other components, and eventually all the components are held in a top of a container. Examples like JPanel, JMenu, and JTable, JLabel, and JButton, JCheckbox, JScrollbar, all these things comes under the category of the components. And all the Swing components inherit from the JComponent class, which is the fundamental class for all other components. Okay. And what is the difference between Swing and AWT? We have to justify, because both AWT and Swing can be used to handle the GUI kind of the programming, and there we have seen some of the limitations of the AWT, and again I am revisiting the same kind of the things so as to give the powerfulness of this particular Swing over AWT. So AWT provides a rich set of heavyweight components which are converted to the platform on which they are running. Hence, a window-based application created with the help of the AWT might look different on different platforms. You know, friends, at the time of discussing the AWT, we have seen that AWT is platform dependent kind of thing. It is strongly associated with the corresponding platform, and the appearance and the visualization of that particular AWT is strongly influenced by the local machine. Okay, but whereas if you are referencing the Swing framework provides a set of lightweight components which are not just whatever the platform independent feature is there, the same kind of the things are handled by the Swing also, right? So hence the look of a window application created using Swing will appear the same on different platforms, giving it a symmetric look. That is what we require actually. So rather than differentiating the look and feel of these particular things, but whereas there is a standardization and there is a kind of global appearance of this particular Swing components over all the platforms. AWT components are opaque and rectangular at the edges, which may give a window application and old outdated look. Okay, because it all tied with the local platforms, whereas the Swing components have well rounded edges and a transparent look, giving your window application an updated current look. And we might have compared, so just if you compare between AWT appearance and as well as the Swings, definitely you feel the appearance of that particular Swing is far better when compared with the AWT. Okay, and in the next coming session, just we are going to see creating a Swing applet, and as well as painting in the swing, and as that of all the things. And I'm going to introduce the fundamentals of this particular swing controls, friends, which are all the controls available and all. Okay, so in the next video, so just we'll start with the discussion of the association of the applets and as well as the swings, and I'm going to introduce you the fundamentals of various components which are available related to the swings. Thank you.